finally
What?
connect.
Hold on a second.
What is it? Too dark over here?
You can lighten it up a little bit. A
Uh,
little.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip the camera because I think I I might have to call you back because it won't let me just flip the camera like this. So hold on one
That's
second.
okay. That's cool like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? You still doing the
Oh,
bars and everything?
oh man, I'm working. I'm taking care of my daughter, so it's just staying with the process, not letting little things deject me, not letting things bother me or get overly irritated about things that don't matter. So I'm good.
I feel you on that, man. It's been a journey for me. And it was really, I found out it's just all mental, basically, man. Like 90% of it is just the mental, just quieting my mind, getting all the negative thoughts, negative people, 10 feet away and just doing what I have to do, man. And not worrying about what people think and doing stuff for the gram. And hold on, let me fix this light right quick. And, cause it's a lot of people faking it about what they doing and what's going on and all that. And I'm just trying to keep it a buck, man. Trying to keep it a buck as possible,
That's
you
what it
know.
is. And a lot of people say keep it real, keep it 100, but as soon as you do that, they start scattering. So it's funny. But
Right.
right now, I got this thing where I'm not trying to play God. I really get irritated by ignorance. So once I put it in my mind that I don't control anything, even myself, like you can control your actions, you can prevent things before they happen, but we can't dictate what life will bring to us. So when I put that in my head, I can make a plan, I can make a goal, I try my hardest to achieve it, but things happen and it could throw you, you could let it derail you or you could try other venues, but I'm not giving up and I'm not gonna let people knock me out of my square. So regardless of what come my way, it's to keep my stress level down, keep my focus, and keep going. That's it.
Yeah, man. I'm just, kind of just continually, living truth and living what's real, what's actually going on, man. And, from a business standpoint, I always try to, um, I lose a lot of clients, but it's cool because I want people to realize that I really want them to succeed. You know what I'm saying? I really want them to, I want to look back on some of the things I've done. I want to be able to have at least 10, 15, 20 people I can say I helped put on or I was assisting them to getting to where they needed to go for real. It's not about me like trying to make money because I feel like I'm going to make the money I need to make regardless. It's me
Right.
about saying like, man, I helped this person get their own bakery. I helped so and so get her own nail salon. I helped her get her own restaurant. I helped this person get into real estate. I helped this person get a business loan, and they did A, B, and C. And a lot of times people don't understand that. They think that I'm here to fix their immediate shit. Like I'm here to fix, like, I started credit repair like a year ago, so people start and I was that way too when I went through the credit repair. I just wanted it to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, it's like I was just thinking of all the stuff that I want. I'm trying to hurry up and get stuff so I can prove to certain people that I'm at a certain level instead of going through the process and being on it for real. And 'cause a lot of people struggle, you know what I'm saying? They got an extra bedroom in their house for no reason. Or they paying a $400, $600 car note for no reason. You see people drive
Hmm.
around in Range Rovers for what? But your life ain't like that. You ain't got life insurance. Your credit is messed up. Uh oh.
Did something mess up?
No, I wonder why did I get, can you still see me?
Yeah.
I don't know why I got kicked out like that. Hold on. Hold on a sec. This is really throwing me off. All right. I don't know what happened. So you can't see me, right?
I can see you.
Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. Something happened with my phone. Well, anyway, as I was just going on my tangent, but I said all that to say that um, I want people to realize that it's the process. Like, I'm not here to fix their quick shit. Like I just had a potential client come to me like a month ago. She needed to get an apartment, right? And she doesn't have the credit to get approved. Right. I was like, well, I could get you an apartment, but it's not going to happen in 30 days. You know what I'm saying? She looked her credit. She had about negative items on her credit. I was like, in 6 months, I can get you any apartment that you want. I was like, if there's somebody that you know that has a flat that you can rent out for 6 months, you know, a upstairs flat, maybe 1 or 2 bedroom, you just pay rent there. They kind of grandfather you in. You work on your credit by January. I could get you at 680, and then you can move wherever you want and problem solved. But besides that, you getting a cosigner. I mean, it's like I can't. There's nothing I could do. This is just the reality of it, and I try to give people reality, man. Like what
Yes.
can really happen. I don't, and it's like if I lose people, that's fine, man. But I'm going to tell you the real shit. I have to tell you.
And that's fine with me. Like last year, the process really bothered me too. And it's funny that like two of our relatives helped me out with this. One is younger than me and he said, you got to go through it to get to it. So that really stuck out in my head is like, we appreciate things more. We remember where we messed up and it's easier not to repeat the same mistakes. It's a lot of things that come with going through something as opposed to having it handed to you or it just boom fall out the sky. We don't appreciate it as much. So as quick as it came, it leaves just as
Yeah,
quick. So
right.
I really appreciate going through hell to get to heaven. I don't care about that. Second thing is by me being unsure of the process and not knowing how far or how fast or what steps I needed to take. I mean, by our other cousin explaining it to me, like, this is all you have to do. And then sticking to that, not saying, oh, if I get this kind of job or if I hurry up and do this kind of grind or no, just do the process and it works itself out. And what's amazing is by sticking to the format, things that you never would have pictured opening up for you came out of nowhere. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, what I originally started out with a 540 credit, and this is with the Credit Karma, the that type of deal. Looking at my stuff there, it was 540 last year. It's fluxing between 6 and 620. That's on Credit Karma. I actually went through a bank and they said my credit is 703.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
So he go ahead.
as it stands right now, what is your understanding of credit and just how the whole thing works?
Well, from what like I said, what I've been told, because like I said, I really did not know how it worked. When I got my secured credit card last year, I used it and I paid the bill immediately. I talked to somebody that was certified in business and she told me that what I should do is pay the minimum for 3 months and then pay the full thing after about 4 months, pay the whole thing off. And after I was like, that don't, I literally was like, that don't make no sense to me. It's like they want you to go in debt to get better credit. And it's just like, no, if you pay it off, it's almost like you're telling people that you don't need credit. So
Yeah.
that's what that's what I started doing. And then other offers came, and like I said, I'm not out here just taking credit and using it and maxing it all out. I'm actually keeping up with my payments, and just it that whole it take money to make money thing, it's showing itself right now, because I'm not letting I'm not going into debt, and I'm not letting bills affect me, because I'm making the money and I'm applying my credit where it needs to go. I'm not creating bills for myself. I'm not putting myself further in a hole. I've actually budgeted money in case I'll put away money so that in case a check gets short through my job, or another bill comes out of nowhere, like I just recently starting to pay insurance on my truck. Like, I save money. That's it. I got a
Yeah.
daughter. I got child support. I got everything that people talk about as far as bills and financial struggles, and I make it work. I don't, like you said, people buying stuff with beyond their means. I got J's and stuff, but I'm not paying $250 for them. So it's like,
You
if
know the crazy thing, man. One time, Kevin Hart, man, he was doing an interview, man. And like Kevin Hart or not, whether you think he's funny or you don't like his movies, any other shit. So when it first came down, when he had the divorce and he really started blowing up, somebody asked him because his ex-wife Tori Hart, every time he made more money, she would always go to court and
yeah,
ask for more child support. And he said, "Do you have a problem with that?" He said, "No, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to make more money anyway." So me complaining about child support and how much it is and all this other goofy shit, it doesn't matter because I need to make more anyway, whether I have to pay it or not. My goals are my goals. Now, this is just one little ripple or rock that's thrown into the lake that I'm trying to get. You know what I'm saying? If you got a glass of water, a rock is a big deal, but in a lake, it's not. And I totally took that because whether it's child support, whether it's this bill, that bill, it doesn't matter. It's like nobody ever talks about just making more money or finding ways to make more. They're always trying to like get rid of something, and you can't. You gonna have bills, you gonna have taxes, whether you got child support, it's gonna be something. And so instead of worrying about trying to get rid of it or trying to talk your baby mama out and all this other goofy stuff, just make more money. Just make more. Make more regardless. You should want to make more. Every man should want to make more than what he's making anyway.
I
And that
think
kind
that's the
of
I
with me.
think that's the problem right there, is that when people is either nowadays, people get either comfortable with a certain level of success, or they get a certain amount of money, or they get a certain status and they stop, or they become stagnant in what they're doing. And something happens and knock them off their square. So now you back at square one, and that kind of prevents you in a way from even wanting to get back up. The other thing that people is doing is they feel entitled. And I don't care where I'm at in life. I never forget where I came from or what it took to get to where I'm at. So I never feel like, oh, I'm here, so then I should be able to get this, or I should be able to do this, or I knew you this long, or we related, so that gives me access to whatever you have, no matter if I helped you get it or not. And even if I did help you get it, it's yours to do what you want to do with it. I can't say anything about what you do with your stuff. I haven't secured me. That's where it comes down to. So it's a lot of people being in their feelings, especially when it comes to business, and that's sad because you're always gonna be screwed, for
Yeah,
lack of better words. I just saw this movie, The Founder, which basically,
that's crazy. The founder's crazy.
my dad told me this when I was 8 about Ray Kroc and McDonald's. He told me this when I was 8. And it's funny how when you were a kid, you hear life lessons and, oh yeah, I would much rather be playing or riding a bike or messing around with kids my age that don't care nothing. You don't care about this. But then you grow up and you have these bills and you got different relationships with people and you see what life is really about. Well, that movie to me is basically like, fuck your feelings. I'm getting
Yeah,
money. Y'all,
yeah.
especially the funny thing about it is if they had to listen to them, they would be good.
They'd be so gravy right now, man. But the thing is, man, people just got, they just believe what they believe, and it just all goes back to reality, man. Like, the market is the market. You know what I'm saying? And the market decides everything, whether it's entertainment, music, business, whatever it is, man. It's just like with music. People complain about the new rap music now, the way it's going. Like it or not, there's not going to be another Rakim. There's not going to be another Houdini. There ain't going to be another LL. There's not going to be another Tupac. Ain't going to be Biggie. We just have to enjoy what we got for them. But it's Young Thug. It's Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's Machine Gun Kelly and all this other goofy shit. I might think it's goofy, but people that grew up on Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes thought that NWA was goofy. So it's like,
Man.
that's the marketplace. You know what I'm saying? And credit is very similar to the rap game. And I'm going to break it down. Like, credit is really about making payments all consecutively. You just having a proven track record that you can pay your bills on time. That's really and if I was to put credit in one sentence, and it's the same with rap. It's like, we judge rappers on not one hit. There's so many rappers that could do one hit. You know what I'm saying? We had Young MC. We had this person, that person that could come with one hit. But can they come out with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number one hits? You know what I'm saying? And that's what credit is about. Anybody, I can give you a $10,000 credit card right now. You can spend $300 on that credit card, and the next month, October, you can make that payment. But who's to say that you can do it in November, December, January? You know what I'm saying? February, March, April, May, and for the next 2 years, every single time on time. That's what banks want to see. That's what lenders want to see. Can you consistently, because it's like a relationship with them.
Right.
You know, it's a marriage. If they want to, you want to start a business, you want $50,000, you want 100,000, and it ain't about the money to them because it's like they have billions of dollars to lend out.
Right.
So them giving you 50,000 is not going to hurt them. It's just they want to know they're trying to use that money to make more money because they're going to be charging you 8, 9, 10% interest. So if you can pay that on time, they ain't gonna have no problem giving you more money because it's like they're getting that money back plus they 10%. So you're an asset to them. So people they don't look at it that way. They look at, oh man, $50,000. That's a lot of money. What if I can't pay it? What if it doesn't work out? It's not about that. It's just understanding what the whole purpose of it is. The purpose is it's relationship with you and the bank, and you're showing the bank that you're consistent. You're gonna give them flowers, and you're gonna open the door, and you're gonna take them out every month. That's what making payments is to them. It's just that relationship. It's just coming through every month with their shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can show that, not have, not running it up, stay another 30% utilization, making your payments within 30 days, you got it. It's like there's nothing that you cannot get. It's just really that simple. Now there's a lot of other nuances to that, but that's really like the main crux of it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So right now, I understand Credit Karma is a good start. I don't really fuck with Credit Karma. And I'm not like shitting on it. It's just for the simple fact, it's not accurate. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
It gives you a idea of where you're at, but it's not a FICO score. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a consumer report.
That's
Okay?
what that the bank told me, because I was questioning them. I got an app called CreditWise, and he was comparing it to freecreditreport.com and Credit Karma as to where it's more consumer based as opposed to this is not your FICO score. And the one that I got from the bank that he looked up himself was 703. And I'm wondering what kind of sense did that make that this app would tell me 612 when my credit is 703. That's a big jump, especially within 40 points. I can apply for certain loans and stuff, and this app is telling me that I need to try harder at building my credit, which I'm kind of thankful that they put it that low because it kept me doing the process. If I had got told last year that my credit was 703, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to build this relationship that you just said. I'm not going to keep making the payments on time. I wouldn't have worried about building my relationship with this. So I'm glad that this whole time I'm thinking my credit score is lower. It made me work harder. That's what I'm saying.
Credit Karma is like the coloring book of credit reports. It's for like remedial motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just enter and you see a score and you're like, okay, I'm good. But first of all, Experian is not on there. It only report TransUnion and Equifax. So how could you possibly know what your credit score is if they only reporting 2 out of 3?
Got you.
It's impossible because your credit score is your middle score. So let's say if I got a 700 with TransUnion, Experian I got 675, Equifax I got 694. Guess what? My FICO is 694. They take your middle score. They eliminate the lowest, they eliminate the highest, bam, and they take the middle one, and that's your FICO score.
Right.
So they can't even give you that. And it's a consumer report. Everybody don't fuck with Credit Karma. Credit Karma can't get information from all the people. They don't know everybody who you're dealing with as far as you have an open account with. They only have access to certain amounts of information, and it's 60, sometimes 30, 60 days behind. So maybe your score was 605 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe back in June it was 600. But a lot can happen in 60 days.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to shit on it. It's just, it is what it is. It's only going to give you 2 scores and it's not going to give you your FICO. But it'll give you an idea of where you at, but you can't take it as gospel. That's what I'm saying. It's just more so like, like the dollar menu at McDonald's, man. It's like, it's something to fill your stomach up, but it ain't like no real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And so I recommend nav.com. I recommend Credit Check Total, Credit Sesame. There's some good ones out there, but I think Nav is number one because it does personal and business. It's $30 a month. A lot of people don't want to pay that, but I think it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's worth to have to just know where you're at constantly because um you want to know what your score is, man. You don't want to get, especially if you're trying to get a house, or if you're trying to get a car, you're trying to get credit cards, you're trying to get trade lines. You need to know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, the score is important, but then there's other layers to that score. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like it's kind of like a car. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get a brand new Mustang, but you might look at it and be like, okay, you got a Mustang, or I might get a Dodge Charger, but it might not be the Hemi. It
Right.
might not be the Hellcat. So you're just looking at a Charger. Oh, he got a car with a little pickup to it, but it might not be. It might be shit. It might be the regular ass Challenger.
Exactly.
You can have a 720 score, but from a lender standpoint, they might be looking at their score like they're looking at their regular ass Challenger. Like it's cool, but you need that Hemi engine in there. And what that Hemi engine is for credit is they look at your utilization. And for instance, like let's say you have a $4,000 credit card with Macy's. Some people may think their credit limit is $4,000, but it's not. The lenders only expect you to use 30% of what they give you.
Yes.
So really in actuality it's 1,500. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go over 1,500. You know what I'm saying? So once you start going 1,500, they're going to start looking like, man, he's using a lot of what we giving him. So why would they give you more if you starting to use all of the shit that you got now? See what I'm saying?
Right. No, I totally understand.
So
I
if
totally
you
understand.
put it at 300-400, you're like, okay, boost me up to $7,000. They're like, cool, because they see you not using it. But if you got it 4,000, you at 3,400, they ain't gonna give you no more. Because then it's like, oh, we give him 10,000, then he gonna use 9,000. We ain't gonna get our money back. You know what I'm saying? So people, they just have to start realizing, like, you know what I'm saying, what credit is for, man. It's all a game. It's all a long game. It ain't about getting that leather couch at Art Van and, you know what I'm saying, and getting this stupid ass table and these curtains and this fucking rice maker and all this bullshit we got. Then we really need some shit. All that fucking rice maker and that leather couch can't help your ass.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the leather couch gonna do? You know what I'm saying? When you need to fly out somewhere real quick. But now
I
you ain't.
understand because just this past in the past 2 weeks they extended my secured credit card from I believe it was $200 to $500, and my Fingerhut account went from I believe 600 to 1,000, and this was just from I guess half a year to a year of paying and making consistent payments.
Okay.
So totally feel what you're saying. Which I'm gonna be honest with you. I went up to I went over the half point of what you were supposed to spend. I'm new to this credit thing, so it wasn't that I had no intentions of paying the money back. It was that I just did not understand what you just said, that 30% is where you should try to keep it at as far as how much of the credit you actually
Right.
use. So, like
Right.
I'm saying, every time I learn something new, I utilize it. And I'm learning from people that know is not off of somebody that, well, I tried this and this would work for me. No, like the people that I'm talking to, what you just said, that goes across the board. I know you know what you're talking about because the people that know have told me the same thing. And it's
Yeah. It's
worked.
yeah. And here's another hack for you. Okay, so if you're at a 700, here's another thing. It's like if you apply for American Express right now, they'll give you a credit card, Capital One, Visa, Mastercard. But what's your high out of all the accounts you got? What's your highest limit out of everything that you got right now?
Probably 1,000.
So guess what American Express gonna give you?
And like,
They're gonna look at your report. They're gonna see you got $1,000 credit limit. They're only gonna give you what? Probably about 1,500.
yeah,
So they're
if
gonna,
that.
yeah, they're gonna approve you, but they ain't gonna give you really a lot to work with. So here's the hack to that. There's accounts. One is called My Jewelers.
Cuz told me about that. Thank you.
Who tells you about My Jewelers?
Cuz told me about it. That like he basically, I swear on everything. Like if not for him, this is why when you told me about this, and oh my god, like he is the one. Like he told me, get
Who,
this.
Mel?
No,
Mel told you?
real.
Oh, yeah. I hooked up Real with My Jewelers. So this is what happens. You buy the membership, then you buy something off their little catalog, right? They're gonna report to all 3 credit bureaus, and they're gonna give you a $5,000 limit to their shit. You know what I'm saying? But people look at it like, why would I get that? I don't want nothing off that. It ain't the point. It's just the strategy of it. They're giving you $5,000 credit limit, so now that's gonna be on your credit report that your highest limit is $5,000, and it adds to your overall available credit. Because if all you got is these little bullshit ass $400, $500, $600 credit cards, you get approved, but they only gonna give you what you already have. You know what I'm saying? If they say you got 5,000 with My Jewelers, I'm gonna give you another one. It's Hutton Chase. Hutton Chase give you 2,500. You can get another one. It's called Down to Shop. They approve up to $6,000. You start having those type of things on your credit report. Now, when you start getting the real shit, the Chase Sapphire, the Amex, the Capital One, the MasterCard, the Visas. Now they're gonna give you something on par from what's reporting on your account. It's all an algorithm. You see, it's all a mind game, man. It's just like if what happens when a nerdy dude is seen with a bad chick. Other bad chicks want him, right? It's
Got
just
you.
like, or then like Steve Urkel, so he start until old girl was on him. What was her name?
Meyer.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden
Meyer.
it's like, oh snap, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought Andre 3000 was sexy until he got with Erica Badu. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was talking about Common until he got on with Erica Badu and Serena Williams. So him having that upgrade made him hot. You know what I'm saying? Chicks weren't checking for Common. You know what I'm saying? For Andre 3000, they want them dudes. When you get with somebody with a certain status, it's like you're looked upon differently.
Exactly. No, I feel you because that's exactly what it is. And it go back to the music, what you were saying as far as that. I really don't, cause I was one of them dudes, but I started seeing the pattern. Every 5 to 10 years, somebody catch a wave. And instead of getting mad or looking at the new wave like it's garbage, you see people like Jay-Z, he ride that wave. He'll still do him because he's established as him. But he will do that wave just to like either introduce and let them eat or prove that he can do what they doing.
Yeah. I mean, look at how he dressed. I mean, he started off with Reasonable Doubt as with the gangster look, with the suits and everything. Then he went to the street look with the jackets and the t-shirts and the Timbs. Then he went to the bling bling with the do rags and the bling and the Jesus piece, and then he went to
Throwback.
throwback jerseys. Now he dressed like these new age cats. He's got the afro with the twist in it, and he looked like the new cats. You know what I'm saying? So he's constantly changed his look and rebranded himself, man.
Yeah.
So we just gotta accept change, man. That's one thing we have a problem doing And I had to accept change. I had to just understand how credit works. And even credit's always evolving, man, because just FICO is just one part. Now, I ain't even talked to you yet about bank credit and mortgage credit, car credit, you know what I'm saying, business credit. Those are all different types of credit that they score you totally different. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand the car game and how car credit works. You know what I'm saying? The car hacks. People don't understand how mortgage credit works. People don't understand how bank credit is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Bank credit is dependent on how much money you got in your bank. And what people don't realize is that, let's say you got $10,000 in your savings account. You got 2,500 in your checking. It looks worse on you if you have a ATM for that savings account. They look at you as more of a risk just because you have an ATM associated to your savings account.
Wow.
Because it's like you're more prone to use it. That's how they look at
it. Right. It's like you have access to it, so that's basically saying that anytime you want to, any given moment, you could drain your savings.
Exactly. So you can just set up your account where you can transfer money from your savings to your checking and just have an ATM with your checking account, and that's it. An ATM and debit with your checking account, and that's it. Don't have an ATM and checking a debit card with your savings, but have it set up where you can put money from that and put it into your checking. You know what I'm saying? So you can have 3 accounts with the bank, but just one card. You don't need a card for each one. That's a major mistake people make right there.
And what's that?
They'll have ATM card. They may have 3 accounts with Chase. They may have like for real savings, a savings. Then they got their main checking account, and they'll have an ATM debit card with each one.
Got you.
Instead of setting it up where they can just do the transfers and not even have a card, just have one card and just funnel everything to one account.
I got right now I got an account with Huntington, and I do have checking and savings, but I think it's set up to where you can draw from your savings you have to go through the ATM, of course, but
yeah, and the transfer is not counting that as withdrawals, because what you don't want to do is, even though you need that money, you don't want to just take out. You just all you want to show in those bank statements is just deposits. You know what I'm saying? Just deposits on this and this savings. Checking account, they expect that. You know what I'm saying? They expect you to be taking money and using it because that's what you doing your grocery shopping and whatever. But on your savings, you don't want a whole bunch of withdrawals. You only want maybe 2 or 3, maybe just one a month, 1 or 2 a month. You know what I'm saying? You want mad deposits. You want every week you putting some money in there. You know what I'm saying? And really $10,000, 10 grand is the key. So if you don't have 10 grand in your savings account, don't even ask the banks for shit. Don't even ask them. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that piece. That one was much needed, and that I can fully. You're explaining in a way that makes perfect sense to me, because if you not putting money away or you're not saving, you are not preparing for a fail. You're not preparing for a flood. You're not preparing for a downfall. And it don't matter. Like, you basically gonna be looking for a bailout with nothing to give back. So,
right. So if you want something, go to the credit union. You know what I'm saying? Use the credit union to get those lenders. Let's say I'm trying to get a pickup truck for the winter. And instead of spending my own $5,000 for a pickup truck, I'm just gonna go to the credit union, get a personal loan for $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So I know I can pay that back. Go buy the truck with the $5,000 check. pay off the credit union, pay that $5,000 back to the credit union. Now I've already have an established relationship with them. So next time I come back around, they can give me 10,000 or they can give me 15 because I got that little loan out the way. Why use I can use that 5,000 to go buy a truck, but for what? It doesn't help me. I just lost $5,000. But
And you incurred another expense as well.
using my 5,000, using the credit to get the $5,000, it's setting me up to get more later on.
Right.
It's a bigger play, but people just don't look at it like that.
Well, that's what I got the Huntington, and I got the account through, and I got a account through a credit union, and that's where I found the credit union is where I found out that I got a 703 score. He said it's soft because it's only for a year, and my oldest account was like my school loan.
Oh, okay.
So
what I want you to do, man, just to be sure as where you at, I want you to go. I'm gonna send you a link, man. The credit check total, man. It only costs $1, man. It's only $1. You go on there, you identify, you prove that you're who you are, and you get your full FICO. You get it printed out. All you gotta do is cancel within 7 days, right? You get your full report, and we're gonna go over it, and we're gonna see from there, and we're gonna kind of tweak what you need to go from there.
Got you.
So, man, I enjoyed chopping it up with you, man. This was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's like I really appreciate it because it's one thing for you to be able to put people up on gaming. Like you said, you're gonna lose customers because people want that right now, but they not ready to put in right now work.
Right.
Just say I want. I tell people this all the time. I want. Are you willing to get and keep that? If not,
right.
Keep saying I want.
Yep. I know so many people, man. They driving around in the what's the 4-door Porsche? I can't remember the name of it. It's like $120,000 car, Maseratis, the autobiography Range Rover, the G wagon. They got the S series Mercedes. They paying $700-800 on the car note plus insurance plus maintenance. You know what I'm saying? They live in downtown. It's like they just like the guy that's making $18 an hour and just got a used car. It's the same thing. They got the same amount of disposable income. You got the look, but when you look back at all the money you got left, you got just as much left as the other guy. You know what I'm saying? So you went through all this school to get this degree and paying student loans, paying as high as car note, you paying $2,000 a month in rent instead of living in Redford or getting a house, you know what I'm saying, in a nice little suburb and only paying $750-800 house note. You paying $1,800 to say you live downtown and you got the range, but you ain't got no money though, and you can't do shit. You miss one payment. You have to get it, man. So, man, I had to learn perspective, man. I'm good, man. Like, man, Lyft and Uber is real, man.
For real.
I could get a Lyft.
I'm not worried about.
I'm good.
Your perception of me, that's your perception of me. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with how people look at me because they have no. I can, like I told you with this broadcast, I can look at right now and see the future. Right now, I'm looking at the drive, the intent, what's going on. I'm not looking at, oh, he's doing this right now, so that's my expectation of it. I'm like, what is this going to be if he keeps going and advancing? That's it. I'm not worried about what it looked like right now. I own what I got right now. So It is what it is. I'm not. I mean, I rent my apartment. Is nothing to brag about, but I'm not overpaying for where I'm staying, so I love it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, I'm gonna send a link, man, and I'm about to sip this wine real quick,
Oh yeah, do that.
and we're gonna jump back on, man. Once you get that report, um, once you get that report, man, get it printed out, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, man, and let you know what your next move is.
For sure. Shoot me that link. I'll be waiting.
All right, man. Appreciate it, cuz.
No problem.
All right, peace.
In a minute.